Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle a term that you hear absolutely everywhere: deep learning. It's kind of the invisible engine behind so many of your favorite apps and gadgets. So, what is it really? How does it actually work? And why is it such a huge deal? Let's break it down.
All right, let's start with what seems like a super simple question. You look at this picture and you instantly know it's a dog, right? No problem. But think about this. How would you actually teach a computer to do that? For years and years, this was an incredibly tough nut to crack for machines.
So the old school way was to write this giant, clunky list of rules. You'd tell the computer, okay, if it has floppy ears and fur and a wagging tail, then it's probably a dog. But you can see the problem, can't you? What about a dog with pointy ears or a cat that has fur? It's basically an impossible task. Deep learning just flips this whole idea on its head. Instead of feeding the computer a bunch of rules, we just feed it data, like millions of photos of dogs, and basically say, here, you figure out what makes a dog a dog.
To really get a handle on deep learning, we kind of need to see where it fits in the bigger picture. Think of it like a family tree for all this artificial intelligence stuff.
At the very, very top, you've got artificial intelligence, AI. This is the big one. It's the huge, overarching dream of making machines smart in any way, shape, or form. It's really the granddaddy of the entire field.
Okay, so nested inside that giant world of AI, there's a more specific approach called machine learning. And this is where we really zero in on that idea we just talked about, creating systems that can learn from data instead of just being told what to do step by step.
And that finally brings us to our main topic, deep learning. This is a super powerful, really specialized type of machine learning. Its secret sauce is something called a neural network, which is what lets it chew through these massive data sets in a way other methods just can't handle.
So, what's with the word deep? What makes it deep? Well, the answer is actually inspired by the most complex learning machine we know of, the human brain. The whole idea, really, is to build a system that kind of copies how our own brains work by processing information in layers. Each layer grabs what the one before it figured out and then builds a more complex, more abstract understanding on top of that. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go back to that dog picture. The very first layer of the network, the input layer, it might just see a bunch of raw pixels, dots of light and dark. Then the next layer kicks in and starts identifying simple things like basic edges and lines from those pixels. The layer after that, it takes those lines and combines them into more complex shapes, maybe an eye or the texture of fur. It just keeps building like this, layer by layer. That's the deep part, until the very last layer, the output, puts it all together and says, yep, I'm pretty sure that's a dog.
Okay, that layered structure is pretty brilliant. But how does the machine even learn what fur texture or an eye shape looks like to begin with? Well, it all comes down to practice. And I mean a lot of practice. This whole process is called training. Basically, we show the network a picture and say, this is a dog. The network makes a guess. If it gets it wrong, it goes back and adjusts all its tiny internal connections to be a little bit better next time. Now, just imagine doing that millions of times. This incredible need for data is exactly why deep learning just exploded with the rise of the internet. We finally had both the massive data sets and the insane computing power needed to actually make it all work.
And this chart just shows you the payoff perfectly. After seeing only 100 photos, the system might be pretty terrible, right? Maybe 25% accurate. But after it's seen hundreds of thousands of examples, it fine-tunes itself to an incredible level of accuracy, often way better than a human at some of these specific tasks. It's simple. More data means a better, smarter system.
Now, I know this might all sound a bit like science fiction, but here's the crazy part. You are already using deep learning every single day, probably without even thinking about it. You know when Netflix just knows what show you want to binge next? That's deep learning, analyzing viewing habits. When you ask Siri or Alexa a question and it understands you, yep, that's deep learning. Unlocking your phone with your face, your email magically catching all that junk mail, or using an app that translates another language in real time, all of it is powered by these deep learning models. So let's just pull back for a second and think about the big picture here. What is the real fundamental significance of this whole shift in technology? Look, the most important point is this. For pretty much the entire history of computers, we had to tell them exactly what to do step by step by step. With deep learning, we're building systems where we don't program the solution, we program the ability for the machine to learn the solution on its own. It's a total game changer in how we interact with technology. And that leaves us with one last and pretty important question to think about.
If these incredibly powerful systems are learning directly from the data we create, from our photos, our words, our online behaviors, what exactly are we teaching them about our world?